Hi everyone, this is Jim here, Principal of Pilgrims. Some bad news, I'm afraid. I'm can't be with you. I've got my mug that says I'd rather be at Pilgrims. It should actually say I'd rather be in Bratislava. um, it's actually quite heartbreaking to have worked on something for such a long time. This conference with Claudia, and then suddenly at the end not being able to be here. Unfortunately, I'm not well enough to be with you, um, and I've just had what's the word? An infection from the hospital. So it wouldn't be very kind of me to come all the way to Bratislava and you'll go home with an infection. So much safer that I stay home here in England. I don't know if you can see, but behind me there's the sea. So England says hello to Bratislava, and the sea says hello to you. I just want to take this opportunity to thank. Well, there's too many people to thank in actual fact, so I'm not going to bore you all with a list. I'm sure you want to get on with the conference and not listen to me waffle. But there are key people that I really need to acknowledge. Um, Firstly, Pilgrims wouldn't even be in Bratislava or even in Slovakia if it hadn't been for the wonderful partnership we've had for Jana Chinoradska from Harmony School, and we've been partners for many years now, and we've had lots of fun, lots of trips around Slovakia in the snow, and um, we've had wonderful times and inspiring times. And lots of our trainers, from Mario, I think, was the first person to come with me. Steffi, Paul Davies, Chaz, so many people that have been to Bratislava, and so many people, teachers in Slovakia, have come to us through our partnership. So I'm very proud of that, and I'm also proud to have been, in the first meetings where we come up with the Learn and Lead program, which is now the Pro LANCAP program, and it's changed people's lives, changed teachers' lives, which is what we're all about, isn't it? So big thanks to Jana, big kiss to you and to the family and everyone at Harmony. Of course, a massive thanks to Claudia. Her energy and drive for this whole conference is just incredible, and she's a joy to work with. So Claudia, thank you, and thank you for being patient with us and taking on Mario's paperwork. You're a braver woman than I'm a man, so there you go. Other people I really want to acknowledge, every single Pilgrims trainer. There's too many to acknowledge all in one go, and it'd be unfair to highlight any. But who you are. Your undying passion, your sheer passion at trying to make the world a better place for teachers. I just think is incredible. People always say to me, "What does it take to run Pilgrims?" And I think the worst thing you could do is try and run it as a business, as a sensible business. It's not. It's about people. All I can think of is the analogy. Think of a school, think of a playground, and if you draw lines and you make the children run and follow the lines, there's no spontaneity, nothing happens. So I really see my job as Pilgrims as a playground, and I just make sure everyone keeps within the boundaries of the playground. Other than that, they can do what they like in the playground, and that's really been that freedom to create and do the amazing things they do. They don't need someone like me to tell them what to do. They're far better than me. And I think that's I hope is the sign of a good leader, someone who acknowledges that everyone who works with them is better than them. So I'm proud to say that is the case. I just want to highlight, Hanya and the amazing job she's done with HLT, and Mario for coming up with the idea with myself all those years ago. I remember us being on a train. For some reason, Mario thought it'd be a good idea to take a load of onions as well and hand them out to other commuters on the train. That's what happens when you work in Marriott. So it's not strange, it's normal. Um, and the idea to keep it free. All the publishers were charging people back in those days, and people said we were crazy. Well, I think we're the only one proper, really good resource that's completely free for teachers still available. So that's a huge achievement, and it's given so many people an opportunity to write who wouldn't be writers. So I think again, the generosity of Mario and Hanya for not just following the idea that you have to be a well-known name to be a writer. I mean, and I think some conferences in ELT need to follow this lead, and give younger people an opportunity. I think if we look into the future, we're not giving young teachers opportunities to shine, and I hope long after I've gone and other people have gone, that Pilgrims will continue to do that. So that's all I've got to say, really. Another couple of people I really got to thank. Lizzie, who happens to be, lucky for her, my wife, and she's done a huge job in tirelessly working to make every summer successful at Pilgrims, and I don't think she really gets much acknowledgement for that, and this is her chance. So thank you, Lizzie. And I miss you. And I want to acknowledge Till Gins, who's the CEO of Instill Education that owns Pilgrims, for really, I mean, for me in my job, the thing I appreciate more than money or bonuses or anything like that is freedom to do what I believe is the right thing for Pilgrims. And Till's never interfered with us. And has only ever come and supported. I mean, it's quite funny. He comes to meet us about our business plans or things like that, and it's hard to get hold of him because he's always jumping in all the classrooms with all the trainers. So I think that shows you where his passion is. So thank you, Till, for your undying passion and belief in Pilgrims. I just want to acknowledge something. We're going to use this conference to probably celebrate what's happened over the last 45 years and the last 20 years for HLT. But, we do need to look to the future, and the world's changing, and, as you may have heard Simon Marshall say in his little video, England, it seems like, is drawing up the drawbridges and trying to cut itself off for the rest of the world. And it's really, this is where teachers become much, much more important. And, it's going to have a big effect on all of us in the ELT industry. But, as far as I'm concerned with Pilgrims, no water is too wide, no bridge is too high, no wall is too high for us not to bring what we believe is the humanistic side of teaching. Walls can't stop inspiration, and we'll continue to inspire teachers. And I just want to say I'm so proud. What does 32 years of working for Pilgrims mean? It's been my life, and I just love every minute of it. So I want to thank every single one of my colleagues, old, new, some that have passed away. They've had incredible effects on us. And I just consider myself so privileged to be part of Pilgrims. So not to be there at the conference is a little bit heartbreaking for me, but just sitting here by the sea, knowing there's a few hundred people in Slovakia having a great time because of Pilgrims, I think, how can I be fed up? Okay, so have an amazing conference. I don't want to hear you've missed me, because if you've missed me, you haven't been enjoying the conference. So please do not miss me. Enjoy the conference. Have an excellent conference. Thank you.